Well, what's up, everybody? I am going forth today with my thought of the day. And my thought of the day today is give credit where credit is due. So many times we work so hard to make people notice that we're doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. We're trying to go above and beyond to leave a mark, to make a statement. And people just don't want to give credit where credit is due. I'm going to give you an example of what that means. Back in the day, I used to watch one of my friends' kids. I don't have any children. My nephew. I used to watch one of my friend's children, and she would always act out, so she was like, my daughter don't act right. I don't know how she gonna be with you. She don't eat this, she don't do this, she don't communicate with other people. And that wasn't so. It was just only with her. See, what people didn't know when she was with me is that she had a disability, and she suffers from autism. And people don't realize just because you're autistic not necessarily means that you were not smart. The child is highly intelligent. So people felt her to be difficult because some people they can be a functional autistic child, and then you have those that aren't functional. And she had problems speaking. She never had a problem saying my name. So when she would be with me, I would have her looking like a little girl. I would do her hair and sit down and work with her and just have a good rapport, pay attention to her and feed her regular food. I didn't feed her no takeout. Hey, Nigga, it'd be good to see you, sis. Hey, how you doing, Gloria? I'm talking about giving credit where credit is due, and I'm giving an example. So, I would keep her, and I would keep her because her mother worked during the daytime. So when it was the summer, it was kind of hard for her to have childcare due to the fact of the issues that she suffered from. She would throw fits or have tantrums and things of that sort. But she still had her own classes. So whenever she was with me, the people will be like, oh my God, she looks so together. I didn't have any problems with her today. She sat down and she was quiet. But whenever it was time for her to be with her mother, and her mother she just acted out. So the mother would never give credit to me. She would make it seem like she was the one doing everything, but she really wasn't. She really wasn't. And what was so sad is instead of leaving her with me, like I was watching her and taking care of her and making sure she needed to do what she needed to do, making sure her work was prepared, somebody sat down with her, doing that, instead of her keeping her in that functional, stable environment, she chose to pull her away. Like I was trying to do something to her child. I was like, she's functioning better with me. But see, people don't want to give credit where credit is due. So she took that as a negative, and by pulling her away from me, made the situation worse. So now her child is all out of control. From what I hear, she be jumping on her because she never paid her no attention anyway. So the children tend to act out when they're taken out of their comfort zone, and I was her comfort zone. And you have to give credit where credit is due. Hey, my child may not be working well with me. Can you show me what you're doing? Maybe I'm going about this wrong. See, we need to get back to basics and learn parenting. People nowadays need to take parenting classes. No, I did not physically have a child, but I had my nephew when he was 2 weeks old, and I raised him from 2 weeks old. My mom was working. It was hard. I'm not saying it was easy. Nobody knew what to do because it wasn't a baby in the family for a long time. We didn't know how to change diapers, and me, myself, I was going in there with rubber gloves on and a mask. But I took out time to say, hey, since this responsibility was placed in my life, I'm going to take out the time and do the avenues, or take the avenues that I need to take to be a good parent to this child. See, people don't do that nowadays. Parenting, you just don't, people think it just comes off the top of your head. We don't know. Some things we do off the top of your head, but sometimes you may need help. So when you have someone in your corner or a helpmeet that's trying to help you or fix a situation or put you in a position or put your child in a position that you can't put them in, you getting them under control. You get them on the schedule. You making sure that they're functioning well in school. You're making sure that they're not acting out. They feel more comfortable. When you take a child away from that, then it's all out the door. And then at the same time, then they want to get mad at you and try to make excuses. But no, it's your fault. Because when you took that child away, it reflects you chose not to give credit where credit and take it. I got it. You don't got it, because if you had it, she would have never been with me from the very beginning. That was just an example that I was giving. So we need to take out time and give credit where credit is due. If you have something, you may be an old parent and just don't know. If you have someone that maybe not have the time, you may not have the patience, but if you have someone that's saying, hey, I'm a work with her right now, and then I'm gonna work with you, and then I'm gonna work with you and her together, So this is a group thing. It ain't just one-on-one. It's a group setting. We together can form a system. But people don't want to do that. And it just really upset me, because I had experienced a situation today, and I said, this don't make no sense. I said, because who's the loser? The child is. The child is the loser in the end. That's true. You need to give credit where credit is due. My child is flourishing in this stable environment, then I'm going to keep my child here. I'm not going to take him out just to spite you, because my child is working better with you. Like I said, let me help you with this situation. Let me work with the child, get a system, find out how they work, how they learn, and then I work with you and I show you and share what I learned from working with them alone. And then we come together and work with them all together, so they're not just dependent on me, or they're not just depending on you as a parent. You know, people don't want to give credit where credit is. You know, she thinks she know more than me. This is my child. Don't tell me what to do with my child. You know how people do. This mine. This mine. I brought you in this world. I take you out. But give credit where credit is due. If you got somebody that's in your corner that's working, trying to help you get over a hump, don't spit in their face. Listen, you know, because we so quick to turn off there. I don't want nobody to tell me. You can't tell me nothing. There's always room to grow. So go forth and be great. Give credit where credit is due. And if you need some help, say I need some help. Later, guys.